I still am quite amazed at the whole thing. I think I have to pinch myself every so often just to realize how generous he was.
For Clifford Luther, it was business as usual at the Old West Express in Chamberlain. While serving up his daily specials with a side of jokes, he literally ran into a couple from out of town.
He stopped in with his wife, Jen, and they ordered burgers and fries, and I ended up bumping into him in the back there as I was walking up for my day of work at the restaurant.
Being the friendly business owner he is, it didn't take him long to start chatting them up.
They drove past, and he said he was hungry. They were coming from Terrace.
Okay.
His wife was at the wheel, Jen, and he said, go back there. We're going to eat there.
What Luther didn't know was that these two were no ordinary customers.
Smile. There we go. Yay! Okay.
One of them was Bob Erb, the marijuana advocate who is infamous for winning $25 million in the Lotto Max. Since his big windfall, Erb has invested over $1 million in what he's passionate about most.
I'll contribute towards, operating expenses for any groups or political or otherwise that are promoting the legalization of marijuana.
Clifford, who is usually happy and outgoing, was down that day. He had just found out his daughter in Vancouver was diagnosed with cancer.
So that was kind of weighing on our hearts, and maybe he felt it. But he came back 3 days later and wrote a check for $10,000.
The massive tip has definitely tugged on Luther's heartstrings.
He said, go out and see your daughter next year. Make sure you get out there to see her. So, yeah.
For Luther, the generous act has changed his outlook on life.
It just shows how good people can be, how he had good fortune and he was able to pass it on, and I believe he's a very generous man.
Erb says Luther's not the first one to get a random check, and he won't be the last. But Luther says he won't be expecting another $10,000 tip anytime soon.
I thought, well, they're good burgers and fries, but they're not that good. Let's be serious here.
Alina Perot, CTV News, Chamberlain.